What? Look at that. That's unreal.
And the Falcons have landed.
That's unreal.
This is a vision of humanity's future. We are children of the stars, and there is a fervent longing to go back home. We are children of the stars. Humanity's future is in space. This is our place in the cosmos. Humanity's future is in space. Children of the stars. Children of the stars. Let us go back to where it all began. About 542 million years ago, during the Cambrian period, there was a time interval lasting between 20 to 25 billion years that saw the emergence, proliferation, and explosion of the majority of animal groups on Earth. The fossil records show that since that Cambrian explosion, there have been at least 5 major extinction level events which have occurred on Earth with ominous regularity. If the timing of past mass extinctions is any indication of what the future might bring, then this blue ball of wonder we call Earth is overdue for another assault. The Ides of March are here. How many hours, minutes, and seconds do we have before the next impact? If sentient life, and indeed all life on Earth, are to survive longer than the time dictated for us by some cosmic clock, the sapient beings in the tree of life, who have the ability and the resources to take action, must take action. We must intervene in the forces that conspire to render life extinct. If humanity is to live long and prosper, we must aspire to become a multi-planetary species. We must improve our chances of survival by inhabiting multiple planetary systems, placing our eggs in several baskets, so to speak. The Earth is our home, but it should not be our only home. The planets and moons in our solar system, in their entirety, must become, at the very least, our backyard. Humanity's future is in space. The idea of colonizing our solar system is not far-fetched. We already possess the knowledge to realize such an aspiration. Commitment to the undertaking is all that is required. What is lacking is not technology, but the political will to make it so. Throughout our history, as a species, we have overcome extreme challenges and advanced new frontiers against great odds. From crossing uncharted deserts to racing to Antarctica, from plumbing the depths of the Mariana Trench in the Pacific to leaving human footprints on the moon, from landing a rover on Mars to launching the Voyager satellites, which are currently exploring real estate beyond Pluto and venturing into interstellar space. Just recently, we found evidence of running water on Mars. We can, in the next 50 years, or even less, if we choose to, set up self-sustaining colonies on that planet. Some of the moons of Saturn and Jupiter contain oceans of liquid water. These moons, Enceladus and Europa, could support flourishing civilizations for humans in 100 years. Ours is a species that extends boundaries and creates new vanguards. This is not surprising. From our advent on this planet, we have been nomads. Migration has been the protocol, the governing dynamic of the human spirit. We lived in small villages and hamlets, which later grew into towns and cities. But humans, nevertheless, have always been a wandering species. We may settle on a patch of earth for a while to build communities, establish families, and erect societal structures, but eventually the itch returns. The instinctual genius that renders the human spirit restless, the urge to move on, to migrate, to explore what lies beyond the crest of the hill, the bend in the road, and the horizon in the distance. It is the spirit of the nomad. Humankind must not lose this spirit of the nomad. As individuals and as a society, we were not created to sit still or to pitch our tents and settle in one place for too long. We owe our civilization to the nomads, the wanderers who traveled across both landscapes and mindscapes. Where would our species be but for the restless ones who crossed the deserts, traversed the seas, and embraced the unknown? Ours is a world built by the will of the itinerant. And now we must look up into the vastness that hovers above us, into that mysterious void that bustles with innumerable stars, planets, and possibilities. First, our imagination must plow the way. Next, we must let go of our anchors and cast off from these earth-bound shores. I can imagine a scene where a father is cradling his 4-year-old daughter in his arms on a Martian colony in the year 2116, and he is pointing to a shiny object in the Martian sky, to Earth, and saying, "That's Earth. That's where we come from originally, and we've still got family there." I hope that many in this century would dare to dream of such a future. If humanity is to live long and prosper, we must become a multi-planetary species. Children of the stars, children of the stars, let us go back to where it all began.